Hello. I just finished chapter 25. I'm like 64 something percent through The Absolute Book by Elizabeth Knox, which I'm alternately enjoying and annoying. Um, I think it's just annoying in that it's a very long book. And we're just kind of, we had a bravura scene of of Taryn and Jacob getting taken by the mule Skinner, who is basically, it's like she had him kill somebody and he's ended up deciding he's going to kill them. He's going to kill her for it, for having him do this. He's weirdly in his own fantasy world of like the budding serial killer, where indeed he gets them. He drills a couple holes in a giant tire down below the water tide, and ties them to it, and padlocks them in like a steel thing. And so like, you're going to die, and he does it so that it loops through, so that basically the stronger of them, Jacob, will undoubtedly panic and pull himself to the surface and pull her onto the tire and kill her if everything had gone according to his plan. They drag this tire, Jacob rupturing lots of his back, his discs in his back, and they actually do make it out, to make it up, wave down a thing where, oh look, there's a fellow with the comes along, and it's the mule driver who comes running towards them, and they're screaming, oh god, it's him. And luckily their MI5 guy does show up at the thing, and even that doesn't look like it's going to save anything, because they basically have similar skills, the mule driver and Price, the MI5 guy. But then something else happens, where suddenly a giant crocodile gets him and crunches him and does the death spiral, and it is Shift in one of his animal forms. I mean, he's somebody who's, I guess that he's kind of gets termed as a marsh god. Like his human form is only his humanoid form is only his default, because that's what he was raised with, but really he's just a complete shifter. He is like, Shift is such the apt his apt title, his apt name. So we have that scene. We have a scene of Taryn's father, the great actor, being used as an Odin stand-in by the Ravens, to talk with Hell, though that Hell kind of susses up after giving away maybe a few things. And that, we have Taryn at a book thing where she gets grilled by old guys, but the last old guy only has one eye, and it is actually Odin. And maybe the other old guys were people, or they're just old guys who just don't like young women or youngish women who write books about stuff that they think that they're the experts in. So we get that. We get her amongst some of the Taken, who are like, it's like 200 whatever years, like they're talking in French, and they're asking, like, have the meek inherited the earth yet, and all that. And she's looking at them thinking, like, you don't know what's going to happen to you, that they're going to sell you to hell for another 200 years on this thing, that you're just property. And she kind of reflects on herself of like, yeah, and what am I? I am in this capitalist society, I am just a consumer. I am a purchaser. I have to purchase stuff to keep this economy going, but that's my function. It's like we're all fucking little cogs, I guess, in this thing. We're pawns of fate, I guess would be another way of saying it. Jacob has an argument with someone he does not believe in fate, that, it just says, like, you don't have a choice. But Taryn might be going towards that. And indeed, there's some things in this that seem to be that, and Shift, having whatever his choices are that he has to make. Um, it's both really well told and clearly told, and just maddeningly kind of swirls upon swirls upon swirls until you have no fucking clue what's going on. But still, there's kind of a narrative thrust that carries you along in the story. I do find, yeah, like, that scene down by the banks was like really compelling, but there's other scenes where you're just like, we're kind of gone into another curly Q, and I don't know if I needed this, but it's that kind of story. It's a story of curlicues, of subtleties, of boxes within boxes within boxes. What's in the box? What's in the fire starter box? All this stuff. It's the MacGuffin, I guess, is in there. That's always the answer. All right, I will leave it there. More videos later.